Why is the Hello, Missy? How you doing? Hello, Humberto. How you doing? How's everybody doing? I follow your mom. You follow my mom. Who's your mom? Who's your mom? I mean, my mom follows you. Oh, okay. Well, who's your mom? What you doing, Mr. Humberto? Are you staying out of trouble? It's about bedtime for you, isn't it? Missy. Oh, still at the hospital. Oh, we have the same name. Okay. You're still I was going to message you and ask you how your friend is doing. How's things going? How's this family? This dog is destroying your box. She's a mess. Anytime. How's this family doing? It's the ones left behind that they're always worried about. It's what hospice told me. Well, at least you're there for them. It's been a crazy day. I have literally just laid around like I have nothing better to do. I did that detail yesterday. I waited for them to come and get it when they got back into town. And other than that, I'm just sitting here. That's crazy. Anyway, I am back on the truck Thursday and Friday this week. Family is prepared, and most of his brothers, sisters, cousins are here. Good. As long as he's surrounded by the ones that are most important to him, that's all that matters. So I am back on the truck Thursday and Friday, possibly even Saturday. It just depends on um, how quickly they're able to get the job done. Sometimes he opens his eyes and starts talking for a bit and starts saying jokes. So in and out. Well, you'll know it's getting really close when he doesn't open his eyes anymore. His body will shut down. So maybe it's not as close as you think. I learned that the hard way. I'm like, what? It was really strange. But hospice taught me a lot when I was going through all of that. They taught me a whole lot. Um, I'd even been through it a couple of times before, but it was very different for Becca because she was young and her body was young. Always funny and always have surprised us. So, well, you just do what you got to do and forget the rest. And I'm going to let this dog destroy the house some more. Anyway, what's everybody been up to today? There's only two people in here. So is Missy the other one? I wouldn't want you to be loud or nothing. Mary, how you doing? Bella's tearing up a box. Not even kidding. You got to see this. You're on camera now. He just wants us to be smiling at his expense and told us that once he passes away, he would come back to let us know he's around. I do believe that, Humberto. How you doing, Miss Mary? You staying out of trouble? It's probably cold as crap and you can't get into any trouble. Yeah, so those pieces are all over the house. They string into the kitchen and they go down the hallway. It is my house is just that way. And when her and Biddy get to playing, oh my gosh, it sounds like a herd of elephants in the house. But I'm glad they're playing. I mean, that kitten keeps Bella on the move, I can tell you that. I know, staying warm. I think that's the only thing we all can do. I froze my butt off yesterday doing that detail. It only got to 38 degrees. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. But I got it. Hello, Crazy Crunch. How's it going? A dancing queen. Finally brought my chemicals in. It's below freezing here. I feel you, Steve. I've only got a few more. They should be okay. I'm going to go back up there tomorrow and get them. But our temperature tomorrow is going to be 58. So, but how you doing, Steve? And Humberto is my top engager this week. Yeah, Humberto doesn't have a clue what being cold is all about down there. And we're all up here freezing our butts off. I got my chemicals in and my truck plugged in. There you go. Did you put more lights besides those on the tree? I don't even put up a tree. Once in a while, I'll pull out the fiber optic tree that I bought that kind of see. Well, I know that, but you are not experiencing it like the rest of us. The rest of us, their butts are freezing off right now. You got that nice weather down there. That's why I'm telling you, you need to make room so we can come live down there. Solar lights on my neighbor's fence. Hey, as long as they're not complaining, who cares? What are you doing? Now she's going to go to my bedroom. It's all over my bedroom, too. I wadded up a piece of paper for Biddy to play with, and Bella took it in that bedroom and destroyed it. So there's pieces of paper all over my floor. When I went to Canada out of the airport, I was just like Sanka Coffee from the movie Cool Running. I love that movie. That movie was the best. They didn't know and ran outside that night so happy. Well, that's okay then. It didn't matter. Anyway, sometimes I'll pull out this little fiber optic one I have. I'm going to say 18 inches tall, I guess. And I'll sometimes put it out, but I'm not sure I want to this year. What the heck? Looks like there's something in my hair. Is it on the? You see that? It looked like something was in my hair. There it is again. See? The hell is that? It's a reflection, I guess. There's nothing there, just a messy hair. We put up a tree last year, first time in 15 years. You know, my kid and I were talking about this the other day. Back when the kids are growing up, I used to be all about a Christmas tree. And I would deck the house out. I would get out there. I would get out there on the ladder and put tree lights on the trees outside and on the house. Hello, Mr. Carlos. Um, and then after Jerry died, I wasn't interested. And then after Becca died, and I did finally put up a little bitty one. Since Becca passed away, it'll be 12 years next week. And I've put up a tree one time, and that's because we needed to have Christmas here. Also in Saskatchewan, in Canada, visiting my friend and his wife, they took me hunting, and I told them, "Don't give me a rifle, or I will shoot whatever moves." What you up to today, Mr. Carlos? I've got it pretty warm here in the house. Relaxing this leg. What's wrong with your leg? My mom passed 12 years ago. This didn't matter to me for a long time. I feel that, Mary. It wasn't my mom, it was my daughter, but I totally feel that. It does. It takes the joy away from it. And it's kind of suffocating to me and overwhelming. And I will not lie. I feel, I kind of feel guilty, if that makes any sense. I popped my muscle 2 weeks ago, so my leg is purple. Oh, you pulled a hamstring. What part of your leg? On the back side of your thigh? Love the extract from the live stream with Rashida. Isn't that hilarious? I had to pull it out and post it. I'm thinking about posting it on my channel. Are you talking about your hamstring? Yes, that. Okay. I did that. I was attacked by a dog. 2000 2018. I was attacked by a dog when I was at the post office. And as I was backing up and using my bag to prevent the dog from getting to me, I stepped in a divot and pulled my hamstring. It ripped away from the muscle. My leg was purple for 6 freaking weeks. Soccer felt like a rubber band pops. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And then it shoots pain up your back and down your butt and down your leg, and then walking becomes a challenge. I feel that. Yeah, you got to stretch and keep it going. Keep it moving. Yeah, don't you understand how this detailing works? You have to, or how this soccer works. You have to stretch before soccer. Hello, Mr. Hassan. I pulled my hamstring right after I had ACL surgery and went, oh my gosh, man, that's a no win situation right there, Mary. Dang, golly, it sucked. I can definitely relate to that, but I cannot relate to the ACL surgery. My grandson had another MRI done after his ACL surgery, so we're hoping for the best. Physical therapy helped. Good. Their old folks aren't stretching. And well, I'm not playing soccer neither. I'm not about to be that bold. You're doing good to get me to playing ping pong, but as long as I don't have to move from my spot much, I'm good. I'm good. I've broken bones, thankfully, no muscle tears. I had a muscle tear in my hamstring, and then I'll tell you what, you can get the same effect in your shoulder and your arm. I was scraping asphalt out of the back of the bed. Um, this was in 2014. I was scraping asphalt with the scraper, and there was that same pop in just below my shoulder. They had to make a incision and go in and repair the tear because it tore from the muscle. Just scraping asphalt out of the bed. It was nuts. My doctor did surgery on NBA players. He was really good. Wow. I was just about to buy some limited edition shoes too, other than hernias. Yes, plural. Good Lord. I've had several surgeries, but none from playing. I have too. And they always sent me home with an extra human being. Seemed like I always had an extra human being after surgery. I mean, until my gallbladder surgery, only hernia surgery. So if you guys are not aware, I do have my second channel. It's just random stuff. It's called Grandma's Random Channel. The cat is tearing me up. I slipped trying to lock the boom on skid loader and got pinned. Oh my gosh. That is awful. Let me tell you a little story, Mary. Um, a friend of my late husband's, his name is Monty. Um, asphalt over the day had cooled off enough and got caught in the paver, and so the belt wasn't moving. It was jammed, and like an idiot, he crawled in there, and he was trying to dislodge the cooled off asphalt with what they called a pick. It's just like a great big crowbar. He was standing off to the side. He slid. And about that time, him sliding onto that, his foot going down, it kicked whatever that was loose, and at that particular moment, it sucked his foot down. He lost that much of the bottom of his leg in the paver. It was scary. Oh my god, it was scary. It was and it almost makes me wanna just throw up, but anyway, yeah. That construction equipment can take a person out. I need to buy a coffee mug. Well, you probably better get you a coffee mug. One time I passed away for 2 minutes and wasn't from surgery. What was it from? And my nose. What about your nose? Did somebody bust you in your nose? Construction equipment it can cause some damage. Definitely cause some damage. Well, hell, the trucks can cause some damage. I fell off of one backwards my second year in the business. I was on the passenger side sitting with one of the drivers in her truck, and I went to come out, and you always want to come out backwards. Well, I missed the step and went back, fell all what that 4 feet down on my back, knocked me out. It was nuts. So yeah, even big trucks can do some damage. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put this on all messages. Grandma, I'm thinking of buying dumbbells for exercise. Well, if that's what you need, you probably better. I dug trees for 20 plus years. That's interesting. Playing football from low blood sugar level caused by hyperthyroidism. I'll be darned. Don't know how to spell it. Couldn't breathe through my nose. That's crazy. Oh, if somebody wants to be in on the live, it's set. All you have to do is send me a message. I'll let you in. Don't know how to spell. Oh, I read that one. You got to watch that low blood sugar. I imagine you've got it under control now, right? Although my blood sugar ought to come up here in just a little while. Me and Bella went and got a pup cup and a little thing of Oreo Blast, Blizzard, whatever. I got a little one. What are you doing? You're a freakazoid. I was missing part of the comments, so I was going back. My dog's ears perked up with the pup cup. It's funny, I got a little video because um, I've got a face for radio, not camera. um, when I was giving Bella the pup cup, Biddy came up and she was on her back legs trying to get some too. Had her paws in. So I pulled it away from Bella to let her get a little bit. And she dug her face in. And when she came out, this whole side was filled with ice cream. Ah, I was laughing. I've got a face for radio, not camera. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't really have a face for camera, but here I am. I went to sleep and used 10 units of Humulin, Humu R, and Humulin N 30. Waking up with low blood sugar, I kept reducing the intake of insulin and still kept waking up with low blood sugar. That's scary. The fight is about to be on. Biddy is chasing Bella's tail. That is scary with the low blood sugar, I tell you that. It's scary with the high blood sugar when it goes too high and you don't know what's wrong. You don't understand it, because you didn't know that you had diabetes. So, which was my case after I got it. Or when I was diagnosed, they thought I was having a heart attack. My heart was racing so bad. And ambulance took me to the hospital and it was crazy. It scared me to death. No, actually, no, that wasn't the time I went in an ambulance. I think I had my mom take me. I don't think that was the time I went in an ambulance, but they were concerned because of the heart rate. I've had to get my wife juice for her sugar in the night. My body was with the hyperthyroidism, making my body as if I was running while sleeping. Even waking up without being able to walk, legs were locked up. Went to the doctor, and the next day it happened. Damn. And this is all from the insulin or the hypothyroidism? Don't hurt that cat. Don't hurt that cat. You keep biting her head. Is she a diabetic, Mary? So I'm curious, you guys, since most of you are detailers that are here, for those of you that are not detailers, this wouldn't pertain to you. What is your favorite either YouTube or Instagram channel for detailing? Do you have a favorite that you've been with since day one or whatever? Somebody that you just gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta know what they're posting today or whatever. I don't have one that I have watched religiously. Well, I watch Carlos's channel. Every time he makes a post, I'll watch that. And Eileen, I started watching hers religiously since I probably don't miss or I don't catch them when they premiere, but when she's in that tuber thing, I'm definitely trying to be supportive there. But other than that, I don't. I watch Mo Nation, but I didn't come into these guys until later. What happened? I've been here longer than 5 minutes. This thing, all of these messages are here, and I didn't even get them. My thyroid was acting when I was sleeping. Humberto needs a full-time nurse. It sounds like it, Mary. I had the thyroid burn with 10. Now you're using words I don't even know. Steve Pearson, how you doing? Just treat it like your foam cannon. Get the RN ratio right. I've been here longer than 5 minutes. All of you that I follow, always, I always have managed my diabetes and have my A1C between 5.2 and 5.6. That's good. Who's Turbo 6? Is that Steven? Did I miss something? My comments aren't all showing up now. I know, I don't know what's going on. This darn thing. No foam cannon for me. For me, I do rinseless and use a foamer for when using soap. Using sometimes soap, not mine, everyone else. Fair enough. I don't know why it just keeps stopping. It's annoying as all get out. It's driving me nuts. Everybody hit that like button for me, please. Chris, Steven is also Turbo 6. Got it. I've heard of Turbo 6, I think on Instagram. I've heard of that. Okay. I figured that's probably what it was. I wasn't sure. So glad you're reading them. Turbo 6. I was thinking of someone else. Who was you thinking of who was you thinking of? So the detail that I did yesterday was a great big F-250 Super Duty. Those things are huge. They're hard to detail, but they're nice to detail because the carpet's not crappy. You know what I mean? But I am not in a position to do the exterior unless it's here at home. And it was too cold to do it here at home. So I told him, I said, what are you going to do? Are you going to take it to the tunnel car wash? He goes, well, I'll take the other one there, might as well. Anyway, so I made a suggestion. I said it on the video. It'll release. I don't know when it'll release. Anyway, I asked him if he was interested in a ceramic coating because this is a beautiful maroon pickup. And it would definitely need an enhancement. You can tell that definitely, it's a 2021, so it's not that bad. Snitches get stitches. WBO snitched on me with grandma. Who? Who's WBO? He did an awesome video on how foam cannon works. Who did? Turbo 6? Who's WBO? Stitches. You're talking crap, man. Who snitched on me? Oh, who snitched on me? Think Carlos meant who? Yeah, he did. Who snitched on me with grandma? I don't think they're here. But what that should tell you, Mr. Carlos, is never underestimate my ability to find things out. I'm doing so Turbo 6, you have videos on a channel, Steven? I did not even know this man had a channel. I think I've only seen them on Instagram. Do you have a channel on YouTube? They be scared to be here. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe just too old and in bed. They need to come forward. Next tech video will be about pressure and hose length. Just started. So is it on YouTube? Yes, he has 2 videos. I wonder if it'll let me. Well, hell no. Okay. I'll see if I can't go pull it up. YouTube emailed me and told me to become part of Brand Connect. Ever heard of that? Stephen Pierson. The first video is from 13 years ago. Okay, we'll go get subbed. Never heard of it. Brand Connect. I don't know. It's supposed to connect you with brands. I just don't know if that's for only the monetized ones. His first video, he had hair. Leave it to Humberto to point things like that out. Oh my gosh. Humberto, you're ruthless, man. Totally ruthless. Anyway, so it asked me to become a member of the Brand Connect. And what they'll do is they wanted me to create a YouTube portfolio. Me and my dad kind of went over it. A YouTube portfolio, and they connect me with brands. And me, I'm like, correct, connect me with the brands that have the freaking cameras and microphones and things like that, you know? That's what I want to up level up on that. But I don't know, we'll see. Well, anyway, I went ahead and signed up. Who knows? I don't see anybody coming my way. I don't have the views for that yet. But I do have like 2,000 people on or subscribers, so I guess that's a start. Here we go with the comments again. Nothing. Humberto teased Aaron from EOD as well. About what? His hair? HM and Grandma. Thanks for checking out the channel. Definitely, Mr. Steven. Uh, that's why Aaron wears a hat now. They going to send you yarn. I need to do that, but you know what's stopping me? I don't have a rocking chair, and I can't find one. I need a rocking chair, but I got the yarn and the needles and the crochet needles. I might just start doing it from here. About his hair. What the hell is up with you, Humberto? Teasing people about their hair. You did that same crap to me the other day because I didn't have my hair up. I do not care what my hair looks like. Rocking chair with the squeak. You know what I want to do? Let me tell you what. Me and Carlos concoct some of the craziest shit. Let me tell you. So what we want to do is, you know how savage I can be. There's your new content on YouTube. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So you know how savage that I can be. So if I do little snippets of detailed grandma sitting in my rocking chair, crocheting, okay, And we're talking about I'm roasting different detailers. Because it was his idea, he's going to be the first one. For example, have you ever listened to his videos? He sounds like he's on something. He's like, sometimes he just talks like he's on something. Either he's rambling or he's talking really slow. So I told him, oh, watch me. I'll do it. I just don't have a rocking chair. There's your new content on YouTube. People growing beards mostly end up without hair on top, except us like Carlos. Crochet pressure washer. I only have the chin part. Yeah, that's why I grew it out. Squirrels. I tell my kids that my hair migrated from my head to my face. Well, it don't matter what happens. Humberto's going to find something to harp on. So, yeah, I can't find a rocking chair. So I thought I would just do it here, you know, do it right here. And we can start roasting YouTube detailers. Thank you for reminding me, Humberto, why I haven't started a channel. How was that gal that was making, I don't know. I sent her a response, and the response was with a link to that video. Humberto harp on something? No. No, not Humberto. Well, it's like the other day when I got out of the shower, I went live for a little bit. This guy would not shut up about my hair. I did not put it up, I just let it ride. And he would not. I finally had to tell him, shut up about my hair. On Saturday, they will start roasting me. What's Saturday? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to send that link to Rashida. I need to send that to Rashida so she can watch it too. I am. She's like, we got to be there so we can be supportive of Humberto. And I said, hell with that. I'm gonna raise three shades of hell. I'm gonna tell him he's got hair out of place. I can see her. You see the hair in your ears, man. Uh, I can see the hair in your nose, man. He does not quit with me. Hell no, I'm not gonna quit with him. But I don't mind about it. It's fun for me. Ah, hell yeah, I'm gonna nail him like he nails me all the time. And I'm working Saturday on the truck. She needs somebody 3 days. I don't have hairs on nose or ears, just my butt. No, but I can make you think about it while you're live and starting to answer questions and all of that. Ah, sounds like TMI, man. TMI. That's funny. Hey, what is this? Okay, I don't even have to think about it. And what? I don't even have to think about it. That's why it looks soft and plush. Oh my gosh. What's soft and plush? Humberto's butt? Oh my goodness. Yes. You know it. No wonder why you were looking at my butt. Oh my goodness. Uh, I know. Oh my gosh. Just like you watched mine. But of course. Those two must have had a connection. These comments, I swear. Humberto wasn't being he never is. He never is. You know that. Even if I've never met him, you can just tell. He's just not subtle about things. You know what I mean? I touch with my eyes and see with my hands. Ah! This dumb thing. You grabbing Mary's butt? I'm telling you, they had some kind of fun or something down there in wherever the hell it was. He was a gentleman. I'm the one who would run up and hug him out of nowhere. All you guys gave me funny look. All the guys gave me funny looks. Should have at least got her dinner first. Goodness gracious. Sounds like they had a good time though. When is the next one? I'm not going, but I'm just curious. Sure, there was extra things going on there. He didn't buy, but we did go to dinner. Why didn't he buy? So why didn't you buy her dinner? Doesn't matter if she's married. The least you can be is nice and gentlemanlike. Oh, Ivan did. Okay, that's fair enough. We had also lunch together with Ralda. Oh, he seems like a nice guy. Raldo sounds seems like a nice guy. Free lunch. Yeah, you can't pass that up. Cannot pass up a free lunch. I am always a gentleman. No, you're not. Gentlemen do not make fun of other people's hair. And you made fun of my hair, so you are not a gentleman. No, no. Mierda. Mierda. Or grab butts. Yeah, that's not very gentlemanlike. Tony was very kind. He seems like he is. He seems like he's a real nice guy. Mr. Humberto, are you laughing at us? Mierda. Well, can't complain. I like a nice booty. Wasn't many women to look at there. Yeah, because the industry is full of men. I know. I would never go because I'm extremely controversial, but it would be fun. I still think it would be fun, but I am not very well liked. I've earned it. What's your favorite movie? I just watched it a little while ago on YouTube, actually, Deep Impact. And then the next one would probably be McClintock, which is a John Wayne movie. Mine is I love The Proposal. That is such a funny movie. It's really cute too. She can tell you that I treated everyone the same and better Mary since she is a married lady. The foreign men, though, ooh la la, the foreign men. You know The Proposal by heart? Yeah, that's a good movie. In fact, I watched that one, shoot, only a couple, 3 months ago. It was on, was it YouTube movies or something like that? And I was watching it. I thought, man, that's such a cute movie. That one and Hope Floats is another one. I'm a sucker for a foreign guy. We know it by heart. You did what to foreign men? So, did you guys see the video on my second channel? If you were not there for the live, you missed out. Insidious, yes. No wonder why you were with me and Antonio Relda. It's the accent for her. It's the accent. Serranos is a foreign guy too. Still trying to find your other channel. It's called Random Grandma 24 or Grandma's Random Channel. And I put a community post up about it with the link. Oh my God, I want to see Wicked. That looks like it'd be a good one. It does. Carlos, I don't think you can handle what I would say. She might have a point, Carlos. Uh, Hi, Granny, just passing by. Wanted to say hello. Subscribe to the other channel. Got it. Thank you, Mr. Ben. Carlos is definitely a softer kind. He's definitely different. I don't know. He probably couldn't handle that. I like UK accent, Sheffield accent. Yeah, they do have a nice. The men usually have a nice accent, kind of like that young man. The hell's his name? He's a cutie patootie on TikTok and Facebook. Josh from England. Yes, I hung out with more foreigners than Americans. Really? Well, Humberto's an American, and so is Ralda, I thought. Aren't you a softy, Carlos? You couldn't handle all that crazy talk, it'd make you blush. Ivan is foreign, he's from Canada. Crazy when you talk with Irish and Scottish. Yeah, they're very hard to understand. Ralda and I are from Guatemala, but he's an American now. So are you. And Humberto's an American, right? Yeah, you're from Canada too. The Scottish are very hard to understand. Yorkshire accent is difficult. I'm not sure about the Yorkshire where that is. Yes. Man, I thought I would be more talkative than I am, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling run down. Irish, I find it hard to understand them. I do too. I do too. It's very hard to distinguish some of their words. It's even harder to understand them than it is some Hispanics that have a really thick accent too. Timo is from Germany and his girlfriend is from Salvador. Everyone that is born on this side of the ocean left to the Atlantic and between the Pacific is an American. Now, you know what I mean. My hand itches. Wonder if that means I'm going to get some grandma give a tutorial to climb walls. Ah, no, no, I couldn't handle the fall. I wonder if that means I'm going to get some money if my right hand itches so bad. You don't have a conversation with a drunken Irish. You will never. Yeah, I don't understand them when they're sober. I mean, I can pull some words out of there, but some of them you're going, what? Yeah, I did. I thought I was going to be more talkative, but like I said, I've been on my community post. I've been feeling run down today. I hope to goodness I'm not getting sick. No, an Irish guy can understand 1 word out of 10 when he speaks. I can believe that. I have a very tough time with the Irish and the Scottish. They're just a different they're a different sound. It's easier for me to distinguish what a Hispanic is saying that's not very well versed in English than it is for me to understand the Scottish and Irish. I have been in Wales, Ireland, England, Scotland, and I am able to understand them well. Just a matter of listening after 10 minutes. So, what are you supposed to do of the first 10 minutes? Just sit there and go, what? I have no idea. I have no idea why they do. But you know what? America has got those places, in our area where the accents are so thick or there's just it's like a different language and I mean like Louisiana. Uh Louisiana has got somewhere, I'm not sure where, but they have this draw that you can't understand. I mean, you listen to them and you're going, I thought you lived in America. No, they have a totally different language of their own. It is weird. It's like Creole or something like that. It is very different. Just like it happens when talking someone from New York, California, Ohio, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, they all talk different. Americans roll their tongue when speaking. No, we don't. Hispanics do. Hispanics will roll their tongues when they're talking. We don't. Now, anytime an American is speaking Spanish, they'll try to do that. I can't do it. I couldn't do it just in normal language. There's no way I could do it when speaking their language. And that's the proper way to say their language is to have that tongue roll. I understand Spanish people too. Roll the back of the tongue and the front. See, it doesn't make sense to me. I just can't do it. I've never been able to. People from the States don't roll their tongue like we or Russians or Germans do. Yeah, I certainly that's always the Hispanics that will roll their tongues. Did Humberto roll his tongue? Ah, let's use their throat. And I know Germans will use their throat from time to time. Milk. Ah, that was always the entertainment when my sister was taking German. Only with Ivan and Sylvie when I talked with them in French. Hello from the Republic of Canada. How? Hello, John. How you doing? People from Newfoundlands sound Irish. Hassan is very naughty, Grandma. He is. He is. He likes it that way. He sure does. He likes it that way. He's just a troublemaker. There you go. That's what you need, Hassan. And I figure when I get off of here, I'll watch Carlos, I'll watch a movie. There's also a TV show I want to watch on Discovery Plus. I got to run some empty trailers, but I'll be chilling on the side. Okay, John, you be careful. I want it that way. BSB. But after Kimberly MC. Goodness gracious. I get all these notifications once I go live. My phone's been quiet all day, except for the occasional comment on a video or something. An email. Got an email. I have to hear his voice before I do. Viva la what? La Raza? Viva la Raza? The hell is that? Great balls of fire. La what? Ah! Ah! Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. Ah. That was funny. I don't care who you are. That was funny. My foot hurts. Mary is in trouble now. Well, you know what they say, or at least I know, I don't know if it's true or not, but they say it's half the size of your shoe. I got junk in the trunk. I'm alone tonight. My foot itches. Or I guess the other one, Mary, is the hand size from here to here. Drop it like it's hot. Ah, you guys are a bad influence on people. You know this, right? She doesn't get on YouTube. Too old for that. Too old for what? Oh, to drop it like it's hot? Yes, I've been told that, Grandma. I don't know if it's true, though. I don't know. Some men have really big hands, so maybe it is. Might throw my back out. You might. It's that's the reason why we don't do that stuff when we get older. You have a point. There is a reason why we don't do that stuff. We do it when we're young, when we can handle it. Kimberly will massage it. There you go. It's okay. Go for it, Hassan. I'm gonna go over and make a couple of videos tomorrow at the shop. I need to get that out. And my pickup needs a rinseless, and it's supposed to be decently nice tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna at least do that. I swear. Did you guys quit talking or is this thing not working again? What other application will you do on ceramic coating, Chris? What do you mean? Here at home? Here at home? I need to do a final on that cool tripod that Carlos got me too. Which one are you talking about, Umberto? What are you talking about? Here at home? Them Keys comments stopped. Just arrived home with my son. Um, I don't know. I do not know. I want to put that ceramic coating or ceramic spray from Phoenix EOD on my mirrors in the bathroom. You know, I have those two great big mirrors above both sinks, and then the two great big ones that are on the wall around the bathtub. And I do want to do that. I might do that. I don't know. That might require me having to clean my bathroom. It's too cold for coatings. No, where he's talking about putting them on here at home in the house. Because I did one in on the shower door, and then I did another one or the spray coating on my screen door, which that's been great because you can see out of it and none of that other stuff. I do need to get the immortal. But I really want the immortal for the seats in my dad's vehicle. That's what I would prefer it to have, or what I would prefer to have that with or for. You know what I mean? And so being in the house, it'll be warmer. But I don't know. Might get snow tomorrow, and you can keep that. We've been fortunate. We haven't had any snow this far south. But this past weekend, it got northern Kansas. Everything north of I-70, and I'm down here north towards the border. I'm only 30 minutes from the border. Mary, I told Chris that I coated the metallic blades on my ceiling fan, so now it doesn't rust and easy to clean. Yeah, I have metal. I do need to clean those and the ceiling around it. I have a nice brush I bought to take care of the ceiling. But man, those stupid popcorn things, I wish I could get those removed. Maybe one day I'll brush it just enough that they'll all fall off. I thought I would put some of the coating, but I got to wait until I open a bottle. Some of the coating on microwave digits and I don't know. Also coated the metallic cover my other fan has, and also easy to clean and doesn't rust. Now I got the video done of all the ways that you can use ceramic coating at home. It's nothing fancy, nothing formal, but at least puts the information out there. And I tell you what, the biggest one would probably be the stainless steel appliances. You know, because those are the ones that pick up the most fingerprints and streaks ever. And that would definitely prevent that and eliminate that problem. Coated my stainless steel refrigerator and microwave. I don't have those. Mine are just plain Jane white. What are they? Vinyl? Vinyl? I'm looking at all of the stuff that I have. We don't have stainless. Yes, yeah, I used to. When Jerry was alive, I did. But you can coat them vinyl ones or plastic ones, whatever they are. But I've got all of this stuff, and I really need to get through some of these. But I'm having trouble figuring out what to use a couple of these towels on. These that were sent to me, only one of them, it feels like it would be an exterior towel. These are from Microfiber Wholesale. She would let me. See, this one I feel like would be the only one I could use on the exterior. And I'm not exactly sure what to use this one on. This is that multi-purpose where it's like a cloth on this side, but it's kind of plush on this side, but it doesn't feel plush. It doesn't feel like I don't know that I would use that on the exterior. I mean, unless it was a dealership car, but I certainly wouldn't use it on my pickup. Not at all. Mary, she doesn't have to know. And whenever you or her are cleaning them, then she will notice how easy it was. So I'm not exactly sure what to use this on because it just doesn't seem like, but this one, it's got the two sides. One is smoother, but this is really soft. I'm not sure about this one. This one feels rough. It's plush, but it has a rough feel. Almost like if my hands were still dry, like my thumb. Kind of catches my thumb because I have some of that dry skin right there. And I'm worried that that would scratch it. But this one, I would use this one on a exterior. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, it's plush. It looks really good. I would say this one is more of a drying towel. This one, I would use this. This is soft. This doesn't feel like it's grabbing any of my skin. But this one almost feels like a curtain. This side feels like a curtain. And this one it's plush. It's a little plush, but it doesn't feel soft. Yeah, they have one, both sides are different, long and short. And this one is like a really short. And then you have the plush side. I would use this one. But then I worry about scratching the hell out of that coating. But this one makes me nervous. And so now I'm like, what do I use it on? I'm not going to use it on anything until I've tested it on a dealership car. I ain't putting it on my pickup. You can use Titan from Phoenix AOD and dry with short nap and then buff with the long nap. Really? You think that would protect it? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. I think I'm just overthinking it, but I need to do a review on these or at least get it started. So I thought I would go up there and get some of that started. I need videos anyway so that I can get through. You know what I mean? I'll have to try it. I don't know. It just makes me nervous, especially on my pickup. Now, if it was on a dealership car or whatever, it wouldn't make no difference to me. And, or even my mom's car, because my mom, her car needs to be enhanced, probably corrected, to be honest with you. And then we're supposed to get a coating on it, but we didn't have time before it got cold. And I don't think we're going to have time before the winter. Then you can wash the towel with all clear and distilled white vinegar. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to get your face. So anyway, that's what I've got here. And then I've got a couple of those Phoenix EOD products that I haven't used yet. So I need to do that. I need to get those started. So that's what I've been trying to figure out. what to get done. I think I'll do those 2 videos, and then I've gotta do an update on my shower door. I said on my last one when I did a 2-week update the first time, I've been wiping it down. Well, I didn't wipe it down the last 2.5 weeks. Titan acts like a sealant. Yeah, it does. And that's what I put on the front door, the screen door. I put Titan on there. It's not a ceramic spray, but I put that because nobody understands it unless you put it that way. But I put it on there and my arm slid off of it today. I went to push on the door and let the dog in, and it slid. And a topper for any ceramic coating. That's what I want to do. I want to do a rinseless on my pickup and use the Titan on there. Why are we sitting here? You think I got something? I got nothing for you two. Sorry, wife called. She doing okay? Oh man, every time I go live, you guys chew up my battery. Now I gotta put you on the charger. I am having a wonderful day. How are you? I should say I'm having a lazy day. That's good. Does she say I am watching the live stream? Going to bed. She's on call. He's such a troublemaker. Totally. Such a troublemaker. I need to do a final on that magic wheel cleaner, but I would prefer to do that with the hose or the power washer out. Wonder if Miss K will let me use her car. I'm full and cozy in bed watching a movie. I must say I'm blessed and feel very grateful. Good deal. Oh, she knows what he says. I tell her she doesn't need to watch. She just knows he's trouble. I got the final done on the DIY detail interior ceramic. That is done. I think it's next week it's coming in. I may have asked you before, but forgot I did. Dog scratched the heck out of a leash, a black Mitsubishi. What can I use to make less noticeable when we turn the car in? Oh yeah, on the lease one that you were talking about. What was it that we said, guys? John said it. Use a yellow pad. You can use Rupes or Lake Country. I think he said Lake Country yellow pad. And what was it? Sonax, you guys? Oh, his name is faking. I think it was Sonax. John was talking about it. I think it was John. John, can you hear us? Do you have Papa Cut? I don't know if he does or not. I don't think Ben is a detailer, so he probably doesn't. He's got a polisher though, if I remember right. And we told him the pad, I think it was Sonax that John told him, and the yellow pad from Lake Country. Yes, with Sonax Perfect Finish 2. I'll screenshot this time so I don't forget. No to Papa. And I told you um just allow the polisher and the product to do the work. Don't don't push down hard or nothing like that. Just allow the product. You just go over it and allow the product to do the work for you. Yes. Okay, John answered. He's driving, so he can't answer, Ben. But yes, Sonax with the yellow Lake Country pad. I don't know that he has any of it, Humberto. He was asking what he should get to fix it. Orange pad from Lake Country. I thought it was yellow. My bad. A pad. I have elbow grease and I do have a drill. Oh, I thought you had a polisher. Um, I don't know that I would use a drill. You guess you could use a drill polisher, but you really need to be careful because that's going to be a little bit harsher than a rotary, and that could cause problems because you have to be careful with a drill polisher. Well, looky there. Look who's here. Nasty Nate. Hello, Nate. Yeah, drill will burn through the paint. It will. And that, so you definitely don't want to do that. If I were you, I would get you, you can go to Harbor Freight if you have one nearby or any of your tool store and get a polisher. Get the orange pad from Lake Country. You can get Papa Cut. You can get any of these guys can give you um you can do it by hand, and drilling can be dangerous. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't use I have used the drill polisher on the drill pads on a on a pickup. I have done it, but you have to be careful. And so I wouldn't do it if this is your first shot. It's not a good idea. So grab you a polisher, get you a pad. Okay, say he's got a Harbor Freight nearby. And that's true. Yeah, Harbor Freight, they have polishers that are relatively inexpensive. They even have pads. They have yellow, blue, orange, and I think they had a white. Reason to shop. That's what I typically use it on. Hassan is the headlights. That's what I'll typically use it on. Bauer long throw. I like Rupes rotary polishers. I use about speed 4 while using an Americana orange pad. There you go. You got all kinds of options that you can choose from, Ben. And no, I wouldn't worry with detailing it or having it detailed. If I were you, I would just take it somewhere, vacuum it out. That way they don't try to charge you for detailing it, but typically they don't detail them and they don't care. If you're at a dealership, though, how much they give you for that car is going to depend on the detail. like a trade-in. But yeah, I'd probably want to get some of those scratches. I do use a 5-inch polisher on headlights too. Yeah, that's what I have is a 5-inch. They have different polishes at distributors. You can find them online on Amazon. Sonax, Papa Cut. I don't know where he can get Papa Cut. Use a detailer for spot enhancement. Haven't done any paint corrections yet. We did on my pickup. Man, that was a nightmare. I was so scared we couldn't save it. And since then, I did have to do kind of like a correction. It was a correction, but it was a mess on that red car. And then I just did a once over on that hood. That video posted. Um, yeah, griots also. Griots is a good one. I like griots. I have the compound and the polish. Now I don't know what they have now, but I got that when I first started so that we could handle little things at the dealership. Boss fast correcting or perfect finish will also do fine. And Ben, if you're out picking it up or whatever, I have a lot of black Sharpies. you know, there is a body shop next door to my shop. And he had right there at the corner of the bumper, um, he had to do a correction, but it was only 2 deep scratches. And so what he did was he polished it a little bit and then he sanded it a little bit, washed it out. He literally used black nail polish. Put it in there, let it dry, sanded it down, polished it again, and then put a little bit of clear coat on there. I like the paint corrections. I don't really care too much about the swirls and stuff like that, but when it's like the red card that I did where it was you could just see how faded it was, and then as I got it done, it just started to pop. That red was so pretty. Don't let Griot's Garage creams touch trim or they will get stained. Coach Kimmy is that way too. But I think in order for me to for a paint correction, you have to be able to spot those swirls and stuff. And my eyes just don't pick up on it. Yeah, I did a 1990 Toyota, 1980 Toyota, and like you said, seeing faded paint pop again was a feel good moment. It is. I think that's I can't see the red color, but I make them shine. Yeah, tape off the trim. I just I just look at the such a pain. I had to actually use the DIY detail paint trim restorer, not paint, trim restorer. It's dyed black at just to get the stain from the Coach Kimmy stuff out of my trim, but it worked. It worked. In fact, I just checked it yesterday. I don't wanna take the time. Especially being mobile. I can see that. Hoping when we turn this one in, wife agrees to silver one. The last few leases are either black or maroon. Silver seems to hide the dirt and scratches better. Depends on the dirt. If you're in Oklahoma, that stuff is bright red. You're probably not going to hide it. Then look for creams that don't use DAT. Grandma, where's your green eyeglasses? I don't know. They're around here somewhere. I also like using the rag shop towels that are edgeless on paintless paint paint. Less chance of micromarring as you are wiping off polish. You can't see micromarring. Or ask manufacturer if their cream stains trim. My silver car is filthy. You can't stress about micromarring, man, Nate, because you can't see that unless you're looking for it, and neither can your customer. And don't they have products that prevent that? With good setup of lights, you can. Yeah, you probably can. We have. Oh, my dad has an Impala that is missing half of the headliner. So guess what we got to do here in a couple weeks? Hello, Anthony. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm just using GSP now. I think in order to do this ceramic coating on my mom's car, the best correction products I like are Coach Kimmy and Sonax. Coach Kimmy was all I ever used. Now I have been using that nozzle for some of those littler jobs at work because I'm finding that even the gold standard just doesn't seem to cut it. And I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but and the only reason I'm using that is because I have it. A good light, you'll see it. Yes. I stress about every little detail on a car when I'm detailing I'm my own worst critic. I always tell myself if I see it, so will the customer. And you know that's not true. You know that's not true. You have to train your brain to quit thinking that. You'll save yourself a lot of time anyway. Here's a question. Can you do an enhancement? I'm sure you can, but will you? Because there, I am learning this. This is something that I learned recently. Most detailers cannot do an enhancement because they cannot handle the stress of seeing the marks they're leaving behind. Yeah, most customers, they won't even see the difference when you're correcting it, when you have done a full two-step correction. They will see like the one that Carlos did for that man with that old pickup. That man could see it was like hologramming or something like that on there. It was, but it was like a weird coating, he said. I think that's what he said on that video. It was really weird. I'm just proud of the improvement I get. Yeah, that's me. The improvement. In fact, like with my boss, I told him, I said, I want you to just think about what I said and maybe do a ceramic coating. He said, well, what are you going to have to do to it in order to put that on there? And I said, this paint job looks really good. And it does have a few swirls, but I think it'll reduce 50 to 70% with the right polish. And then we clean it up and coat it. You're right. They always say it looks great. Man, thank you. And in the back of my head, I always say I could have done better, but I always do a job the best of my abilities. But I'm always looking for tips from people who are more experienced than myself. How much experience do you have, Nate? DIY trim restore is one of the best. It is. I like it. I really liked it. In fact, I had a few people asking me about it, and I never get questions, it seems like. What kind of how much experience do you have, Nate? Holy cow. I'd say about 2 years being self-taught from videos and friends. Well, that's where I'm at. But I actually have less experience with the exteriors. But the way that I look at it is, and I don't know, maybe my way is kind of lazy, but I look at it as 95% of the people do not understand what a true paint correction is. So if you offer, like, my ceramic coating package is $900, that includes an enhancement and then a ceramic coat. That's obviously for the time that it takes to do the enhancement, but you'll have so much improvement with that enhancement that they'll go, oh, it looks great. And so I just focus on that. I want that, oh, that looks great. That's what I strive for. But I don't push the paint correction and all of that because in the end it just adds work and I'm lazy. Won't be 100%, just do the best you can. I'd say about two, I say I read that. Friends who have worked in the field showed me a lot, but ceramic coating is something I want to learn. Well, hell, I stressed about ceramic coatings. I'm not even going to lie. Totally stressed about the coatings. I was like, that's going to be so hard. And then I have to do it. And I'm like, that's it. It's nothing. Some wrapped vehicles get more high spots than painted vehicles since they are a plastic that isn't paint. I don't think I would do a coating on a wrapped car. Yeah, ceramic coating is easy, Nate. In fact, I don't even think you need training. Where are you located at? Yeah, I don't want to apply that outside in case a swift wind with dirt gets embedded in the coating. That's true. Who lives up in Oregon, guys, that we can connect this guy with? Who lives in Oregon? Carlos does ceramic coatings outside all the time. Ceramic coat on a wrap vehicle makes the wrap not change colors. They clear with the sun. I understand the concept of it, but I just wouldn't do it. And the only reason why is because I worry that I would screw something up. You know what I mean? Hello, Pepala. Pepala, how you doing? Well, I know, but it's still there's too much that can go wrong when using a ceramic coating on a wrap. I mean, look at what went wrong with Carlos. Um, just putting a ceramic spray on a wrap. Garvin Auto Spa is the shop out here. He's a solid guy I've talked with and bought stuff that's from Shine Supply that he used in his shop. Rashida, how you doing? I just saw your comments, but I've been live for a while. How you doing, Rashida? You having a great day? I'm kind of worn out. I don't hope to goodness I'm not getting sick. I'm just kind of talking about rap or PPF. Rap. I had a long day. Girl, DMV, bank, then Wally World. You had to go back to the college today too, right? Wrap with ceramic coating. Yeah, I'm just not sure that, I don't know. But that just kind of goes back to like what Nate is talking about, doing a paint correction. But the question is, Nate, why would you do a paint correction if you're not putting a coating on top of it? Isn't that kind of a waste of your time? Did she release a video? I haven't seen it. No college next week because we are waiting on his transcript and didn't come today. Got it. Would be overwhelmed and have to retreat to a spa. Ah, I did release a new one trying to keep up with Vlogmas. I have I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the next however many days. And I'm back on the truck Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that may be the content y'all get on that channel. Um, just me or the volume go down? I hope not. Grandma, a spa sounds so good. I know. Especially me because I feel so run down today. I've seen businesses with wrap and have been thinking about reaching out. I had to refresh the page because grandma was frozen. I use a wax from Shine Supply after, then go over that with bead maker but I think you've given me confidence to use a ceramic coating. Nate, do you have a Instagram? Are you on Instagram? Oh, I'm glad it's finally working, HM, those notifications. It's your age. Are you on Instagram, Nate? No, I don't have any social media, just YouTube. Um, Comment on one of my videos, and I will comment back with a link to the um, ceramic coat we did on my pickup. Carlos did a wonderful job of explaining to me a lot of different things, and we caught all of that on camera. So comment not on the live because I can't respond to the live chat, um, but comment on the regular chat, and or on any video. I'll get the notification and I'll just comment back with that link. Not Hassan's age, because I noticed the volume change. Grandma, the live screen is smaller than usual on my side and lower volume. That's weird. Well, it's set up. I don't know why. It's set up to somebody can join in. And when I click this button, it tells me to copy the link. I just went ahead and went live, but it popped up that I was waiting for a guest, and I'm going, I don't think I chose that, but whatever. So that might be why. It's YouTube is weird. It just kind of does its own thing. All I wanted to do was go live, and as soon as I hit go live, it said waiting for your guest. And I'm going, I didn't ask for a guest. It's weird. One of its mood swings. Or Matrix. Yes, got to be the Matrix. I think our lives are stuck in the Matrix. Everything is so weird. Pick a pill. Which color? Yes. Red or blue? I use, I've been using a reacher tool. One I bought from a Dollar Tree, and then one that Humberto sent me from Stoner Car Care. But before that, I would soak down. I'd have two towels. One towel I would, in fact, no, I don't have one. Yes, I do. Hang on. Okay, these are the lower GSM towels. Is what this is. They're really thin. A lot of people use those waffle weave towels. I get nothing but smearing out of those. I don't know what it is, but I never gotten a clear glass out of using a waffle weave ever. So I use one of these and I soak it down in my alcohol and water mix. And then I just go over the window, and then I come back with the second one of these that what is that? freaking me out. Oh. Um, then I use another one of those to buff it dry, and I don't have any more streaks. I went all out just like everybody else who got the waffle weave, and I had one lady come straight back after she picked up her car because of the waffle weave, and she even asked for a partial refund just for the windshield. And never again will I use a waffle weave ever. I will never do it again. When that something costs me money, absolutely not will I use it. So I just use these. These are just the lower GSM towels. In fact, these come from AutoZone. Those come from AutoZone, so that's what I use. And I use alcohol and water is what I use. And you can use panel prep too. One damp towel, one dry towel. I got Prano in mystery box. I just use it for windows. Woo! Look at Miss Rashida. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hate those waffle towels. But I also never wash glass towels with towels I use on paint. But okay, I'm going to use the mix you recommended. Thank you. And I'm getting those towels now. Yeah, I just use a low GSM towel, and I use one. I soak down because I can use it. After I've used one section, I just flip it, just as if you're doing a rinseless kind of thing. Thank you, Miss Rashida. Thank you, thank you. We have to get Ivan to ship you a DIY polisher. I have waffle weave towels and never given me trouble on windows or windshields. And you know what I think, Mr. Humberto? I think it is the different experiences with the different people. It's kind of like the products. There's a lot of products that people like, and I do not like them. Um, I think that's really what it comes down to, but I will never use one again. When it costs me money, not only to buy it, but I have to give it back to the customer, and I couldn't refuse. She did. She totally had those streaks on there, and I'm like, I seriously busted my butt. Anyway, no. Possibly because of our heat. Maybe. Maybe. What we have to get super chat. Yes, that was awesome. Thank you, Miss Rashida. My rain might dry up fast, more like a sprinkle. Yeah. I was told to also wipe the outside of the windshield in the opposite direction so you can tell if it's on the inside or outside. You can, but you're gonna know. You're gonna know once you get to cleaning. I mean, once you've washed the vehicle and you get into the windshield, you're gonna know if you have streaks in there. I mean, the problem that I have with, because I learned the same way you did through video and friends. And when you learn it through video, what you're learning is their process. The problem is a lot of times that process is not something they typically use. They're just trying to make it look good on camera. Okay? You continue to do some of those things like the corrections and stuff where you're overdoing it, what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot of time. And something that the detailing community, in my opinion, does too much of is waste time. That's why I do things the way that I do. I'm sorry, I don't want to die before I finish the next detail. So, and the other problem is my first year, I lost out on so much just by following what everybody told me. And I started just tweaking everything for me. When I realized, when I was told that the car lot, my dad came to me and said,
You're going to have to figure out how to get these done in a quicker time. He said, we can't we can't have them over here for 2 days, which is what it was happening. It was happening that way. When we worked 12 to 6, and I can't finish the inside in that 6 hours, and then 3 hours from the next day, I'm finally getting the inside done and getting the rinseless done. That's too much. Now I can do two in a day because I can knock all of it out in about 3 hours. Sometimes more if they're really nasty. But one thing that the detailing community has a bad habit of, and they're teaching those bad habits on YouTube to new detailers, is teaching them how to waste time. And then telling them, don't charge cheap because you don't know your worth. Well, wait a minute. Y'all don't know my worth because you just taught me how to do a detail that took me 9 damn hours. So you got to tweak everything that works your way and works for you. And you've got to get it in your brain. I'm going to be wasting time. And you don't want to do that. Sometimes I burn myself out wondering if there's a faster way of doing this. Full size trucks are a lot of work. Those are the majority of my details. I just did one yesterday. I can only do the interior in a day in the time that I have, with us getting dark now so early. And I can't do the exterior at the shop. It has to be done here. Otherwise, it's a rinseless, but I still can't get it all because I just don't have everything I need up there. And they're a lot of work. They kick my butt. I'm not kidding. And maybe that's why I don't feel very good today. It's because those big old pickup trucks are they're a lot of work. I know. 9 hours is a very long time. That's exactly how long it would take me because of everything that I was doing that all the YouTubers told me to do. That's exactly what I did. I was faithful. I followed everything they told me to do. And then when my dad comes to me telling me all three sellers need me to get shit done a little quicker, I can't have this stuff go into 2 days. I was in tears. In fact, I was this close to saying, I think you probably better find somebody else who can do the job better. I was that close. Not kidding. And that was the first time I really considered walking away. Yeah, this dark at 5 p.m. is robbing me of jobs because I work all day and then detail after work. Yeah, you were faithful, and that is a great dedication starting out. I would have ran away. um, it was a slow week that week, and I came home, and of course, the first night all I did was cry because I felt like a total failure. He wasn't rude about it or anything, he was very kind, but I felt like a total failure. I felt like I was just not picking up on it. I was almost 9 months into it. 9 months. And so, and let me tell you how bad it was. A rinseless wash should take about 15 to 20 minutes tops. On a dealership, it should be about 10 minutes. But it took me about an hour and a half because I was doing exactly what the YouTubers had told me to do. I try different techniques and then choose what works for me. Yes, be right back, Grandma. Got it. Very proud of yourself. You stuck with it, and look at you now. Yeah, it took me a few days to get myself together. In fact, that was when um, I I started seeking out other channels to watch. And I accidentally ran into, he's not even a car detailer, Sweets Project Cars or something like that. He's got the most annoying voice in the world. But he does his own work on restoring cars and all of that. And he was doing something pretty cool and interesting. And something that he said, and he's not even a detailer, he said, no matter what you're doing to these cars to make them look better, tweak it to where it'll work for you. Use the products that are given to you and tweak it so it works for you. Sweets Project Guy or something like that. Sweets car guy or something. I haven't even seen him pop up lately, but he was just doing something. I know what it was. He was the cracked leather seats. He was taking lacquer thinner onto this rag, and then he sprayed the spray paint that matches the color of the seats, and he was rubbing it on the seats and smoothing that out using the paint that was already there mixed with the new paint and smoothing that out, and that's what he was doing. And but anyway, he said no matter what you're doing to your cars, tweak it to where it works for you. All kinds of products. I've never heard of Project Farm. That's pretty cool though. I'll have to go check that out. But when I ran across his channel, I don't even know why I did, and in fact I don't even think I've seen it since. Um, that was something that he said, and I went, I wonder if that's it. And then I started listening carefully to the words that were being said by certain people. For example, there's a reason I like Carlos's channel. He's not afraid to say, you know what, if it's not working, just do the best you can. Everybody else makes it sound like you've got to have it perfect or you're not done. And that's where my mentality was. So once I started tweaking things, for example, Ivan, one thing I hated doing, and I was in trouble for it all the damn time, was shampooing the seats and the carpets and then leaving a soaked seat and carpet. Rolling the windows up at the car lot because you can't have the windows down. And coming in the next day and they're foggy as all get out, the windows. And then you open the door, or you do that on a Saturday and you don't come back till Monday. And those windows are fogged up. You open the door and it smells like a mildew fest in there. So then I found DIY Detail. And it was by accident because I said, or I had searched up extraction because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I was bad at it anyway. And Ivan talked about the dry extraction. Carlos had already hooked me up with the flex, so I was able to figure that out. He's a super fast talker, so you have to listen. But anyway, that's when I heard Ivan talking about dry extraction, and I went, oh my God, that is what I need. I have no problem using the extractor, but it's not working with all of the fluids that an extractor puts into those cars. It's just not the ideal situation. And you cannot leave the windows down because that's a recipe for disaster up there at that car lot. You have to be careful doing that because you can pull the headliner down. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't find any comment here with the headliner. Is my comments not working again? Okay. All right, Rashida. John, what are you talking about? I don't see any comments about the hot headliner. Hello, Rue. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Leaving the windows up with all that moisture. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I feel what you're saying now. Yes. And but the mildew, it was just, it was just building, and I'm like, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. And so I've been through the challenges. I have been through all of them. And I just finally had to make the tough decision that things had to be done different. You're gonna play hell catching me use an extractor from this point on. I have a shop vac and I have a steamer, and a lot of times I won't even use the steamer. For headliners, I do spot cleaning with McGuire's carpet and upholstery cleaner, which is foamy, so I do it in the dry method with a microfiber towel. I use the palm polisher with a bonnet, and I'll spray my cleaner on the bonnet or even on the headliner a little bit, and I'll just go over it with that, especially if it's like a smoky vehicle. Yeah, smoky vehicle, I'll use the palm polisher. Other than that, I spot clean. Yeah, I had something to eat before I went live. And then I finished it off with an Oreo blast from Sonic because I needed that like a hole in the head. These dang comments. Oh yeah, always leave the window cracked and then use a microfiber and spot treat the headliner. You can't leave that's the thing is when you're working for a dealership, you're not leaving those windows cracked because the area of the car lot, it's not safe. Um, Catalytic converters disappear all the time. You're not leaving the windows down. If they're going to get in that car, you do not leave them any invitation. So they will not, and not one of those sellers up there will approve a window being left cracked overnight. It won't happen. And so the best way to stop that was to now, um, I don't do that. I don't like people. I'm too old for that. Anyway, I just do the dry extraction. I back it out into the sun, and it's usually dry within about 30 to 45 minutes. Nate is back. But yeah, you can't do that at the car lot. Now, if you're dealing with an individual customer, that's a little different. You can always tell them to leave windows cracked, or your seats are still going to be wet, something like that. But with the car lot, no. And in fact, the other car lot, same thing. The first thing out of his mouth when we were putting the deal together is, I cannot have wet seats when I get it back. So it's just a car lot thing. They can't have their windows cracked. It invites too much trouble. Hello, Bigfoot. How you doing? I think I need some more Blistex. Good Lord. Don't be scrolling or you'll be gone. You're gone. You're gone. No, they don't drive fast. The sun does a better job than those, and I'm not spending 100 something dollars on fans. That's, if I buy two, that's two details for a dealership. I'm not doing it. It's not cost effective. The way that I'm doing it works. The dry extraction is working. So I don't go back to the extractor. The extractors, they probably they did the best thing. In fact, those mighty extractors, but they're not cost effective, Humberto. They might be cost effective for you who does a lot of outside details, but they're not cost effective for a dealership. I'm amazed at how many people just don't understand the cost effectiveness. I don't get that. I thought that should be like number one. Yeah, the sun does better than anything, but you can't have a wet seat and roll those windows up if you don't finish until 5:30, 6 o'clock, which was at the time 12 to 6. But those things are just not cost effective. And if I do the dry method, it dries pretty quickly. Even in the cooler weather, it'll dry pretty quickly. I think the steam takes care of it better than anything. Here we place the car outside, and in 10 minutes to 30 minutes, they dry up. It is, that's how it is here. I mean, if you put it out in the sun, it does a good job. But extractors put so much fluid in there. Have you guys seen those guys on Instagram that are using those mighty extractors? They're going over one spot 20 times, dropping fluid in there every single time. And all you see in the comments is, that must take a week to dry. It's amazing how much fluid you're putting back in there. It's amazing to me. In the summer, if I use a dry extraction, it's dry within about an hour. And that's if I leave it inside. Not here. We get more cloudiness and rain than we do sun. Yeah, I couldn't live up in the Northwest. No way. I think it's the heat. When it's the humidity here, I think that makes things difficult too. But I don't understand why there's so many detailers who don't understand the cost effectiveness thing. I don't get that. I would think that would be number one on your list. Actually, you probably don't understand it from my standpoint. That's probably what it is. It can get pretty rough. Dealership detailing, you're charging, you would not believe the humidity in Kansas up this far north, but it's pretty brutal. I don't think you guys understand it from a dealership standpoint. Because $125 is what you get per car. You could probably spend 4 or 5 hours on that car. More alternative. I've already looked into it, and I would literally have to do 2 details. I would, at the time, I would have had to do 1.5 details in order for it to be it wouldn't even gonna be cost effective, because then you have to look at the electricity used. But it's just not for a dealership to do their vehicles, but they wanted them done too fast and not enough money. Exactly. That's why you have to be able, and there's not a lot of videos on it. That was a challenge, trying to figure out how to make it go faster. And then you have to learn the shortcuts, but I didn't even know anything about the shortcuts. I'm sorry, I keep scratching this scratch on my head. I smashed my head yesterday into that pickup. I mean, like it wasn't even there. But you have to do all of those details in a very short amount of time, and you're not making much money. So you have to make sure. I can knock them out for the most part in about 3 hours. So I keep it down to about $33 an hour. When I see cars at dealerships and say, what the fuck to myself when I see the detail jobs. They're different. Dealership details are different than an outside detail. You would not invest. You have to learn, I guess you could say. You have to learn where to focus your attention, if that makes any sense. And sometimes they're just a bad job because they want them done in a certain amount of time. But I've told my dealers and my dad, you just give me the time that I need and you'll have it same day. The day that I'm working on it, you'll have it that same day. So you have to do a lot of shortcuts. And that means sometimes you're not even going to shampoo the carpet unless it's absolutely got to be done. Yeah, it's not a lot of money at all. It's very difficult. You can't. I got bills to pay, so there's certain things I have to just do without, and I just have to figure things out. But those dry pods or whatever they're called, they're not cost effective at all. In a detailer, we can see more than people who don't know detailing. Not always. I've had customers complaining about stuff that literally would not come clean in their own cars. And I'm like, I tried. And then I didn't record my outside details at first because I didn't want to have to ask people's permission. Now I tell them out front, I will record this detail because I'm not going to have somebody question me on whether or not I did something. And I do it because of my mother too. Because my mother will ask me about certain things in a car, and I'm like, I got it on video. I tried. But not all detailers can understand what you have to look at with a dealership car. Not all of them can. Because their brain is programmed to go through every inch. You don't do that. don't do that with a dealership car. You have to be able to do both. Outside details, you got to touch every inch. Dealership details, you touch only what needs to be touched. The two dealerships that send me their vehicles know that if they want the vehicle done fast, they better take them to a car wash for what they want. So they give me the ones that they know are good. I couldn't work in a dealership. I'd want to take pride in my work and not skip anything. Go look at my videos. I'm pretty proud of a lot of them. I've been able to make them look like new cars. I'm pretty proud of them. The other thing is that you have to be able to accept the fact, and this is even with outside details, but if you're not the type who does the hard detailing for an interior, you would not understand this. Sometimes you're not going to get perfection in some of those cars. Sometimes you're just going to have to just accept that it is the way that it is and that you've done all you can. The Flex products has made a big difference in my journey. And the dry extraction has helped a lot too. But if you're going to be a dealership detailer, you'll never be good at your interiors, especially the rough ones, if you don't. That's probably the hardest thing for me, is to accept that's as good as it's going to get. Eventually, that's going to bite you in the butt. What is it I say? The detailing is the art of being ridiculous about the little things. I see. Sometimes for some dealership cars, they have been so neglected for years that you can do them. That you can do to them. So, Chris, you do some. I have. I'm pretty proud of some of the jobs I've been able to complete. Um, I've had details that have brought me to tears because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What else can I do? I can't figure this out. Um, but now I can whip through them pretty damn quick. In fact, somebody asked me a couple of months ago why I never use a steamer, because I've learned how to take care of it without it. If you're using a steamer, you're using too much time. If you don't understand how to stop wasting time, you're never going to get through those details. But I'm going to say anywhere from 3 to 5 hours is how long a really bad one will take me. That's it. I usually stay right in between there. 3.5 to 4.5 is about even for the bad ones. Unless they're really big vehicles like that. What was that? A Cadillac Escalade that was in horrible shape. You can do what you can, but you're never going to make that perfect again. That one was bad. And I still did it in 5 hours. And I've been pretty damn proud of some of them. I've brought some of them back to life, and when you start it, you're going, there's no way. No way is it going to come out. But it did. But all of mine has been in shortcuts. And I've actually had word from detailers who do regular detailing for outside customers that have picked up some of those shortcuts. Because what's the point of shampooing a carpet that doesn't need it? That's something, that is the biggest thing that detailers waste time on, is shampooing carpets that don't need it. That's the biggest thing. That is on my list. It's one of the videos I want to make, is the top 5 things I learned, or I quit to learn to be faster at detailing. Not shampooing every carpet is one of them. It's amazing how much waste of time there is in detailing. But I'm pretty proud of some of the details I've done, Nate. I do invite you to the channel to look at, they all say dealership detail number whatever. I don't even know which one I'm on. 206, 76, something like that. 206. There's plenty to choose from, and you can see the beginning of my journey when I couldn't get anything clean all the way up to now. Why do these comments just freaking stop? Let's see. Humberto said, yes, Chris, you do great work on them. I see the car and not necessarily use a steamer. Steamer is for extreme measures. I will use the Meguiar's carpet upholstery cleaner on seats, headliners, so no need of a steamer or anything else. I've done carpets that have been neglected so long that the dirt just keeps coming and coming, to where I was wasting time and wasn't taking that away from you. I know you take pride and are very good at what you do. Oh, no, no, no. I know you didn't mean that, but I'm just saying that is something that detailers do the most, is waste time. And I'm not saying that to attack anybody. I'm saying that so that maybe somebody, when they're doing their next detail, they'll stop and think about, how much time am I wasting? Because I want to be a perfectionist. I'm a freaking Virgo. If anybody understands perfection, that's me. I have had to drop that thanks to detailing and having a dog. A dog like Bella. I used to have my house clean like you wouldn't believe. And then my daughter passed away, and I'm like, I'm not going to stress over it. So then things would get dusty here and there. But you had, my floor was picked up. Not now. I ain't even bothering. The next job I'm going to have, your voice in my head. You're wasting time doing that. And like I said, I don't want anybody to take it, what I'm saying, as an attack. I'm not attacking anybody. Everybody does things their way. But if you go into detailing with this attention to detail and you think everything has to be perfect or it's not done, then you're only wasting your time, because perfection is, that's not the goal of detailing. When you think of it on the level of the customer, you could literally just vacuum, wipe down, and they would never know the difference. And I'm not kidding. Born in September. Nope, I was born in August. I take it, it's as advice to make myself better and more efficient. And that's why when I say that, it cracks me up that people will say you need to charge more and know your worth. What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? Know your worth. That you wasted so much time, so much time on the detail, you need to charge them $250 because you wasted so much time, so now that's their fault? Yes, August 28th. I was born August 28th. But yeah, I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. And I had to learn to stop that in order to be able to pull off those details, um, especially for the dealership. And that's when I started. There's no content out there on YouTube except mine. There's very little content on YouTube talking about dealership detailing and the time management that it requires. And the first thing they will say is, I don't make enough money. That's because you're in the detailer mode where you have to be ridiculous about the little things. You have to be in a different mode to do a dealership detail. My first girlfriend was 922 Virgo too. Mom is September 18th. So she's a Virgo, and that's why we butt heads. But with being a dealership detailer, you have to be able to mentally understand that, you know, the carpets on the driver's side look great, skip them. But the ones on the passenger side may need a good shampoo. And so you get those done, but that's it. All four seats may need to be dry extracted, or maybe just two. Just depends. If you can spot clean something or wipe the fabric at a dealership, um, as if it's a hard surface, or even the carpet. Sometimes you can get away with spraying APC on the carpet, wiping it with a towel. There's your clean. You have to be willing to do what it takes to get the job done to make your money. And then of course your money. My rates just went up to 125. They were $100. I was born a Libra. I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker today. Holy shit. I'm just a perfectionist too. Um, but it just takes time. I'm a Gemini. I never know what you're gonna get. I use carpet bomber and wipe it too. Works great. Don't want to use those. That's the other thing. Don't use those fancy products on a dealership detail. Unless you're reviewing the product like I do, and then I'll use them on the dealership details, because if that product can cut through that nastiness in those vehicles, then you know that it's a good product. In my head. In my head. That doesn't mean that's how everybody's going to think, but I am a perfectionist, a Capricorn. January. So I don't want anybody to take what I just said as an attack. That's not an attack. It's just dealership detailing is a very different world. And just the detailing world in itself, I can name 10 things that they waste more time. They could save their customers and themselves time and money. And a detailer who is scared to death to do a bad interior, they're not a detailer, they're a car cleaner. And I stick with my story. He's just a car cleaner. These two, my cat, Jazzy, my 16-year-old, and the new baby are sleeping together. The new baby is a very lovable cat. She'll sleep with Bella, or finally been able to cuddle up with Jazzy. So she's like, You can't see her. You know she's there. She's just a black blob. Is there a kitty still being a menace? Oh, yes. See if I can get. She is. And they just cuddle. I think it's to keep warm. It gets cold. And it is cold. And me, I don't keep the heat up much. I ain't paying the bill. Oh yeah. She's a cutie. She's really tiny. And even Jazzy's kind of small. But Jazzy was born feral too. So who knows if she's inbred, but she's lived a good life. I mean, we've had her since she was about that age that Biddy is. But Biddy is just such a lover and wants to cuddle. It's funny and cute. I do too. I had four of them at one time. Her mother was a tortie. Her mother was black calico tortie, and the dad was obviously the striped. But you can definitely see the tortie on her. You can see the calico, because they're basically the same, only one's white, one's black. But yeah, she is. You can see she's got it. We didn't see it until she got bigger, though. But because we thought her mother was beautiful. Her mother didn't like people at all. She was feral, and we thought she was beautiful. She would have been a great little beautiful cat to have in the house. But as she got older, you could start to see the calico come out, and she's got the stripes too. But that just tells you some striped Tom got a hold of her. And then I don't know where I don't know anything about these feral cats in this neighborhood. I'm not sure, but I took her from wherever. I mean, I got her out here, and I could just see she was the second dwarf out of all of them that we saw, and the one was hit by a car out by the driveway a few weeks back, and I didn't want that to happen to her, so I brought her in. But I'm just glad they're getting along now. Jazzy wasn't having it in the beginning. Definitely has a tortitude. For sure, she runs the house. That's Jazzy. She does. But listen, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. And because it's after 10 now, it's almost 11. So I'm going to get off of here. It's been fun. And you guys try and have a good one. Good luck to your friends, Humberto. I hope they're emotionally holding strong. But you guys have a good one, and we'll see you whenever.